Hey Capricorn, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a timeless tarot and oracle reading for you, asking what's coming towards you at the time of seeing this. And that applies whenever you see this. So if you would like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Capricorns, cross-watchers, people watching the channel to pray for you, say hi in the comments section. You're welcome to share what you're going through or just leave an emoji. Whatever it is, it just provides us something that represents your energy that we can focus on. It's all love and light here, you guys. All right, so we're going to get an oracle card just to help guide the message. Of course, not all readings are meant for every sign that we read for, right? There's a lot of people on this planet. So if it does not resonate, of course, throw it out. This is here only to empower you, right? So we start with a message of plenty. Be open for great things. This has got Empress energy all over it. This is how you do the mudra gesture. So each of these messages have a hand gesture just to empower the message. So while you're sleeping, or when you fall asleep, or when you're meditating, or when you're listening to this message, if it empowers you to do this, cool. Be open for great things. My happiness is within me. This mudra strengthens and fulfills the heart. So it goes on to say, we need food for our spiritual and mental development. When it is lacking, we become needy, weary, and dissatisfied. What nourishes us is everything which inspires, motivates, and enthuses us. Finding out exactly what our needs are takes time and care, Capricorn. We should test out what we discover to see whether it's truly ours. See if it's resonating, right? But even just a few minutes spent in our inner refuge can give us a lift and satiate our hunger. This is an actual mudra dedicated to the goddess of food and harvest. How interesting. Yeah, so it's like, my nose is already itching. That's a good sign. What inspires you, right? And oftentimes like the arts or dance or sports, the Olympics, things like that, they can really inspire us. It's something pretty universal oftentimes. But just going back to basics, getting back into that enthusiastic place of that can be a jump start. You know what? This is not the deck I want to start with. We're going to start with this deck. All right. What's coming towards my Capricorns? What do we need to know about? We have the Lovers, ruled by Gemini energy. So oftentimes the Lovers also connects us with a choice. Then we have the World. So far we have major arcana. You might be closing a chapter in your life, opening up a new one, but this is a very positive energy so far. I can't stress that enough. The World is, interesting. Just got more juicy. The World is like a really healthy way to close up a chapter. It's also a time of expansion. So it's all about influences. So we're going to go back to that inspiration and that influence theme, I feel, of this mudra card. Allowing yourself to get the right kind of food, right? We need food for our spiritual and mental development. And this is going to be those things that make you feel inspired and enthusiastic. And I'll tell you why. At the bottom of the deck, we've got 10 of Swords. So despite this chapter that's closing, there's been kind of a disconnection with your intuition at some point. I think that maybe this might have been along your path up until now. It might have been just like a season of your life. But we have the Nine of Cups along with the High Priestess in reverse. And so when these are actually upright, this would be the opposite. This would be like you've made yourself so happy just because you listened to that inner voice, right? And at some point, something kind of threw you off your path. Maybe you just kind of felt like you lost yourself a bit. And so naturally, there's been this natural evolution. Something had to move out so that new energy could come in. I would say that this is actually a really healthy, that would be the word I'd use. I'd use healthy string of cards, because the Death card is also a rebirth card. And the Death card occurs in our lives, not with literal death always, rarely with literal death. But the Death card occurs oftentimes when something is naturally just, it's lived out its life pattern, life cycle, right? So that can be relationships, it can be, I wanted to say Gemini there for a second. I don't know, maybe one of you guys is dealing with a Gemini. It could be jobs. So I need to unpack this a little further. My Lover's card, what is this symbolizing for my Capricorns? What is the Lover's card? The Fool. You're having a brand new journey in love. Possibly this could be just a relationship that is not romantic, but this looks really positive. Tell me more about this. Oh, the cards are being so specific about which card they want. Okay, you are like, this is beautiful, you guys. I like this. Lover's card with a Fool and the Four of Wands. If you felt at all this year unstable in love, or maybe there's certain questions hanging up in the air about whether you're going to move in with one another, or if this was moving forward, if it was going to be like taking it to the next level, it looks like absolutely. For some of you guys, this is even marriage, going towards marriage, like another step towards that. For others of you, you are, while I don't see an Ace of Cups or anything, this almost feels like a brand new chapter, a brand new journey in a relationship that is growing in its stability. It's reaching a milestone. So look at all that yellow. That's wonderful. And this is where we start our energy, right? I want to get some clarity on this World card. You might feel a little, so it's almost like all the signs are telling you yes, green light, and then this possibility of moving forward is bringing to the surface any insecurities, which is very natural because there's something very, very new about this chapter. And so we're getting the Strength card out in reverse with the Three of Wands. That means moving forward, you're seeing your ships come in, you're seeing all the, like the signs around you, the energy is popping off. And it's almost like, are you up for this challenge? Like it's bringing to the surface certain insecurities or doubts, but it feels healthy. I will say it feels healthy. It feels like actually the good kind of fear. You know, there's two kinds, right? There's the bad fear and there's the good fear. And the good fear can definitely be around success and growth. So this is going to be an extended, you guys, where we're going to ask a little bit more about that, but and advice. So that link will be in the description box below if you like longer readings where we'll unpack it. Okay, unpack this for me. Yeah, I wonder if, I think I'm talking to a lot of Capricorns that at some point when they got disconnected to their intuition, in other words, kind of felt lost, there was this doubt that crept in around their ability to manifest the things that they wanted. And that's kind of woo-woo talk, right? For feeling like a lack of creativity. But yet the Emperor card comes out with this, despite the fact that you can't, or at one point you did not trust yourself or trust the energies around you. And so that's really important. I before we get into the Emperor thing, I need, because my nose is itching like wild with this. There was something that happened where you felt a little lost, a little bit like you're floating, like what's up, what's down, what can I trust? With the Magician card upside down, this can almost feel like you don't quite trust the energies and the information that you're getting. Like you wonder if it's just manipulative or tricky. And that's also when we feel a little lost with ourselves, disconnected with our intuition. We sometimes don't realize how much we use that intuitive muscle until we've been disconnected with it. So that's when doubt creeps in. That's when we sometimes make foolish choices and we look back and we think, what was I thinking, right? But it's not necessarily like, it's not intentional. It's just that some things can disconnect us. And, you know, we could go down that rabbit hole of what can disconnect us. Drugs and alcohol, overusing them, boom, that disconnects you, right? With our emotions, when we get into manipulated patterns, like the devil energy, where we get into obsessive, compulsive kind of patterns, that can disconnect us. And so sometimes that disconnection, oftentimes is very connected to the material world, like what kind of fuel. Oh, hey, what kind of fuel we're putting into our bodies. Listen to this. Remember this? We need food for our spiritual and mental development. When it is lacking, we become needy, weary, and dissatisfied. What nourishes us is everything which inspires, motivates, and enthuses us. So it could be that there was a lack of inspiration, a lack of good influences, good people, good energies at one point around you. And that's kind of what disconnected you to your intuition. It's like made you question it. So what I love about your reading is going back to this Emperor. This is taking control in a really healthy way, taking the reins and moving forward. We're going to unpack that later, but I want to go to this Death card. This Death card, what is a death to? For my Capricorns, talk to us about that. What is it a death to? What is this cycle that is done? The Hanged Man, waiting. There's a perspective that you gained in all of this, though. That's Piscean energy. It's about stepping outside of the box, seeing a different perspective. Probably an event inspired this. It could be a big or small event, but I will tell you, you didn't have much control around this. You can only control how you react to it. What is this a death to for my Capricorns? Knight of Wands. Who's this Knight of Wands? Who's this Knight of Wands? Oh boy. So whoever this Knight of Wands was could be a fire sign, doesn't have to be, it could be a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Either way, this person, they're carrying passionate energy. For some of you guys, it could have player vibes. If this is a romantic reading for you, this would be like, we're asking, what is this a death to? What cycle of life? What thing is moving out of Capricorn's life? This is basically putting an ending to something I think you were waiting around for. Maybe this person perpetually kept you in your head, waiting around, questioning your intuition, questioning yourself. Like the Knight of Wands, when they come towards you, it's with a lot of enthusiasm. It can sometimes be, they can be so wrapped up in their passion and their enthusiasm for something that they are. It's funny, the word connect and disconnect keep on coming up, the words connect and disconnect. They're not connected to the ramifications of their actions or the repercussions. Sometimes, or the ripple effects is what I want to say. Sorry, the coffee's still kicking in, boo. So because of that, it can really throw the receiver of this energy for a loop. And it seems like this is done. Whatever this is, it's 10 of Swords. This ended abruptly, maybe as a result of that Tower moment. It's moving out of your life. You're allowed to close a chapter now. But you may be a little wobbly, just questioning your intuition, questioning your perspective on things, or your perception. And I'm here to tell you, you've got a lot of really good things around you. And it seems like you can trust it. It's about trusting yourself right now. And going back to that Oracle card, be open for great things. Plenty, you can trust this. It's just about getting reconnected. And you can do that by surrounding yourself with that good food, that energy that inspires you. All those good feelings are there for a reason. They're saying, hey, you're on the right path. All right, I hope this was helpful. I'm going to go over to the extended and unpack this further and get advice. If this is where I leave you, thank you so much for being here, Cappy. Mwah. Bye-bye.